saw a guy that I knew walking across campus with a table and asked him, you know, it was a cool table, asked him where he got it, and he said he had made it, and it was this furniture program, and it was part of the art department. You could just go and make stuff. And there was a class where you used all the different machine shop tools and basically learned how to do a little bit of everything, what different machines kind of did, and then used the measuring tools mostly. The measuring tools were sort of the key thing that I was able to use that information on how to get things really, really precise to get a job, like working at this machine shop where I just made tens of thousands of something I don't even know what it is. I did that for 3 years and sort of worked up the ranks and worked on this machine and then worked on a better machine and worked at a different machine where I had more control of the machine and was learning more. And I moved around to a couple different jobs. I always stayed on the steepest part of the learning curve. There was a guy who worked 3 or 4 machines down the row for me who had been doing it for something like 20 years more and was making like $2 or $3 more an hour. So I decided that I didn't want to do exactly that and not learn very much over the next 20 years and went back to school to try to, you know, go back at the engineering thing. So that was pretty awesome because I was like used to making stuff all the time, and then I went back to school and I'm not making anything. I'm just, you know, like I would go to class and we had a drafting program and I would do drawings, but that was the closest I got to actually making anything. The first thing I made out of wood, it was perfect. It was like exactly, like it had this mortise and the tenon and it fit together perfectly, and it was as good as it could possibly be. And then when I put glue on it, the moisture in the glue absorbed into the tenon and expanded the wood, and it wouldn't fit together. I just like taking a thing and making a finished product out of it. You know, a board has a ton of potential when you get it, and you can make it into whatever it is that you want. I like do that across the board. Fixing things, making things is sort of satisfying to me. I think what drew me to craftsmanship versus manufacturing is when I worked at the machine shops, I made, like I said, I made 10,000 of this thing that I have no idea what it is. I could find one on the street and have, you know, I mean, I just don't know what it is at all. And that was the way most of the parts were. A lot of it was military stuff. So you were making part 128-C. In what I do, I make the whole thing. Like I make this part, and then I make that part, and I put them together. So I start with boards, and I see it all the way through to the end. I deal with the people who are using the stuff, and I like that aspect of it. I just like making, you know, at the end of the day, you say, wow, I made that, and it's a really nice thing. Yeah, so you got to put a little twist in it.